What is up, guys, and welcome to my second place branded deck profile from locals. Unfortunately lost the finals to, of all things, actually insane deck this format, I think. Labyrinth. I think Labyrinth is honestly better than Cashier, I'm not gonna lie. So Labyrinth is definitely can take people off guard, and plus everyone knows what Cashier does. But yeah, branded, still insanely good, still toolboxy, did insanely well over the weekend with it. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Gonna start off with, of course, the Despia stuff. Kind of breeze over some things because guys probably seen tons of Despia stuff. Of course, 3 lure, nothing done. I am still running the Dramaturge and Oblivion. A lot of people have been cutting these because honestly, Despia cards are not really the best. But Oblivion still honestly insanely. I think it's pretty good still. And of course, say Dramaturge is just a big say body just to push for game. Of course, we have the one Tragedy as well, kind of cut down on that. But yeah, say on to the all bad stuff. For the all bad stuff, we are still running the 3. Honestly, if you want, you can get away with 2, but honestly, having that 3rd there for me anyway was just an extra precaution in case you do mess up, let's say, one of your plays or anything like that. You always have that extra, of course, and plus it just helps fuel all your plays and everything. Of course, we have the All Beyond, which is the other one. Say Tumba Courier, I might cut it down to 1 again. Say 1 because if you say make your play lines correctly, you don't need the second one. But the second one is always nice to have in case you do mess up your play lines. But usually, I say mostly this weekend, I only really needed the 1 Tumba Courier, so that was always good. The 1 kit always. I mean, it came up sometimes. It's a free extender, but honestly, most of the times you just never really needed it. So yeah. The one, say Blazing Cartesia, of course, Blazing Cartesia is just fusion on legs. A lot of people have been bumping it up, and honestly, I agree with that, honestly. But yeah, I say 1 Cartesia is pretty good. It's super searchable, it's super cool, but it's I do agree with the warranting that it needs to be bumped up to at least 2 because it's just a walking fusion on legs. And of course, we do run the Raw Disciples. I say honestly, this could be the Raw Disciple. This could be the gimmick puppet. Puppet Lock, whatever you want it to be. Honestly, the gimmick Puppet Lock is pretty nuts too. After looking into it a little more after the event, so definitely, we should probably switch over this. But yeah, I say Raw Disciple. I say just locks your opponent out. So we do run a couple hand traps. We are on 3 Bestial Sonias. I'm not running Lubion, nothing like that, because those cards are instantly expensive. Say Bestial in this situation, in this build particularly, it's nice because it just dumps your Brandon's fusions off. That's not Brandon's, but your branded spells and traps from your deck to your graveyard. So it's basically more, say, mills that way. And then the only hand trap we ran is Ash, because honestly, Ashes I had it in here mostly for the mirror match because I knew my locals is kind of a heavier. It leans more toward branded than it does cash right now, so I wanted to prepare for that. Then of course, a spice that I was told on this weekend about for locals was Dragoon, because we can make Dragoon if we just take the idea we can have a brick in the deck to make Dragoon. We can easily make Dragoon off of Lubion's effect. So yeah, never a bad thing there. But yeah, that is it for the monsters. On to the spells and traps. Spells and traps. We're going to, of course, 3 opening, 3 fusion. I mean, nothing crazy there. 1 red, 1 white, 1 theater. A lot of people have been cutting theater. I still like theater. A lot of people have been cutting white. It's just another fusion card. Like if you're not fusing in this deck, if you have no access to branded fusion or a way to fuse at all, you're basically gonna your hand breaks and you can't do nothing. So always having a way to a fusion is always good. So more the merrier. The 1 lost as well because the lost is broken. It's just better meltdown. Alert for draw spells. We want it. We need a consistent fusion deployment to search out Cartesia, to search out Albaz. 1 Foolish, 1 Gold Sark. These are consistency cards, of course. And of course, 1 Called By to hit the Ashes or any hand traps that will knock it out. And then of course, 1 Branded Banishment and 1 Expulsion to round out the main deck. On to the side deck. Side deck, 3 Nibiru. Nibiru is probably heavily prominent in the format. It wrecks cash, it wrecks a lot of things, so definitely 3 Nib. 3 Crossout for the mirror match to hit Ash, to hit Basically anything that's more, like I said, my locals is more gearing toward more branded than cash. We do have our cash players, but definitely mirror matches are definitely I decided for more. But of course we do have cash hate still. Eclipse, Rex the deck, along with enemy controller. This has also been coming up a lot lately as a good cash out. Super Poly again for the mirrors as well. Plus Super Poly is just broken anyways. I mean, it's just a nuts card. One Feathers Duster and one Dimensional Barrier for the target. Let's say target for cross out as well. Side deck, no. Honestly, like I said, my finals matchup was against a Labyrinth deck. So I kind of regret not going heavy more toward back row, only having an initial Heartbeats Feather Duster out for the back row deck of Labyrinth. So kind of mistake on that, because Labyrinth, like I said, is a kind of a crazy deck. So yeah, that's it for the side. Now we're gonna go to the extra. For the extra, we're going to start off, of course, with Dracostepelia, Mud Dragon, of course, and the good old Dragoon. Dragoon, who would have thought? It's probably going to slide back in this format, as Brandon can easily make it. Say Lublion, boom, done. Insane. Probably maybe bump it up to more, because if you, especially if cash becomes more of a prevalent at my locals anyway, because they can just rip it out, but Brandon can still play without Dragoons, so it's like, oh, it's just a threat they have to focus on. They'll probably go for and panic go to. Of course, we have the Glory Dragon as well. One Masquerade. Masquerade's kind of insane. It's just a recurring beating stick. So, and it's also a way to burn for game because your opponents have to pay. It's kind of like a Red Eyes, say Flare Metal, where your opponents have to pay life points cost to activate say cards or effects. So pretty cool that way, especially when time is in consideration. I'll say one Rinderbum, and of course the new the Dust Dragon. I'm not gonna actually say his name, but yeah. This kind of brings the whole combo thing together now. Maybe two is cool, but you can still slot away with one right now at the moment with the current Brandon build. So a lot of people are gearing toward the second one of these. But at the moment, you can still get away with one. One Titanic Clad, because you know it's oldie but goodie. Despia and Kotars, honestly, I might just cut this. It's cool. I might cut it for the other branded fusion guy. I forgot his name. He's just a goober. Where is he? I thought I had him in my stack here, but he is like the one that requires like a light and a dark, and he's like I can't describe him off the top, but yeah, I'll probably swap him in hand because Quateras, he was good for a time, but now it's like he has his moment still, but it's kind of he's kind of getting power out of the branded style right now. Of course, then we have, of course, the standard 2 Lublion, 2 Mirror Jade, and then 2 Albion. Yeah, that's the standard. This has been standard ever since everything. But yeah, that has been in my updated branded deck profile, second place, local. Yeah, all the new stuff is definitely coming together, and it is pretty fun deck, definitely. I think branded, Labyrinth, and I think Cash Tier are like going to be like the top decks. Cash, once you figure it out and you're geared more toward it, you can definitely plan toward it unless you get locked out of your zones, which, you know, that could be a massive problem. So yeah, but that is it from the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe like always. And until my next video, stay safe and stay healthy out there. Peace.